Oh yeah, good morning to you guys. Hey there, how's it going? Welcome to, I guess, officially my first studio vlog. So welcome. Today is Monday. Uh, wait. Gotta get the right code on so I can actually use my PC. Oh boy, I am really tired. Alright, guys. So, yesterday was Sunday and it was another flea market day. But we actually had a stand or a booth or whatever you want to call that. So, my wife was trying to get rid of all of the old kids, not necessarily baby clothes, but like 1, 2 years and whatever. She's growing, and kids do that, and in the earlier stages of life they outgrow their wardrobe very fast, so a lot ends up in bins and bags and stuff like that, and you want to get rid of them, so you don't really want to throw them away because they're still like almost new, a lot of them, because they don't get too much wear. So that being said, you want to try to at least get a little bit of a buck back. But yeah, as I was saying, it's a lot, and we're trying to get rid of it slowly. It's not that easy to get rid of, even though you're selling it for like really cheap, like just for €1, €2, stuff like that. Just take it. Um, People are kind of cheapskates sometimes. I know. We bought a lot. Ow, I just bit my tongue. That hurt. Wow. Uh, wow, that really hurt. How much? Ooh, I got over an hour of filming time on this. That's good. I didn't know that, but I like that. So let's fire up a little bit my PC just a little bit over here to get some things flowing. Not that, not that. Ooh, I don't know. We're gonna pause that or put it really low, really low. So that's kind of the lowest I can have my sound over here. I barely hear that. I doubt that the camera is gonna pick that up. Even if it's gonna pick it up, it's gonna be so far in the background that no one's actually gonna notice. So I ended up finding some things. I found two Guns N' Roses CDs. Like, they're not in the best condition, but the CDs themselves are fairly okay. I mean, I don't see too many scratches on them, but I'm gonna have to buy some new cases for these. We got the Guns N' Roses Use Your Illusion 1 and 2. So we got those two things. Next on the list, I'm just gonna go randomly. I got a Naruto book. Yes, it is in German because most of the things that I'm gonna find here are 99% gonna be in German. But this is the scripts of Cha or Sha or something like that, and it's an interesting book because it references like ninjutsus and characters and stuff like that. Like it's not a manga per se, it references characters and stuff they do. So I found that a little bit more interesting than just having an issue of a manga that I'm not gonna read, because if I get into collecting the manga specifically for Naruto, because I'm a big Naruto fan, if I really end up doing that, I would want to have it entirely in English and not in German. I don't mind watching certain things in German, but if I have the choice, I will always go English first. I would rather have the Japanese and not read it and just look at the pictures than have it in German. That being said, I also did get, because I essentially just wanted this book, and I've been skewering around this guy's bin, and he had some interesting things, and he wanted €3 for this. I tried bargaining a little bit, like not a lot. I said 2, he said no, 3, because important, blah blah blah. He spent a lot of buck. I said, yeah, okay, but it's a flea market, so handling is a thing. So he noticed me watching certain booklets. I'm gonna show you in just a second. He noticed that, and he said, look, I'll give you 2 of those things if you give me €4. I'll give you this book and 2 of the other ones. And I was like, okay, then how about I give you a little bit more and you give me all of those booklets, because you have 4 of them. And we ended settling up on €6, and for €6 I got I got this book and Guns N' Roses CDs on the floor, because of course I end up doing things. But I also got 4 other books. There are these things. So these things are very cool, because this here is I can't even read the name. What is this book's name? So it's a Ogu, something like that. It's really hard to. Yeah, I think it's an Ogu. So what I can tell from this is that it comes out yearly, and I'm guessing it comes out each month. So we have the 2013 editions, number 10. Wait. So we got the 2013 editions, number 10 and 12. And then we got the other 2 editions of 2011 and 2012. 10 and 12. At first I saw 10 and 12 and I was like, yeah, but they're both the same. And he was like, no, they're not the same. So this is sort of a Shonen Jump book. That is something that I can compare it to. And it's a lot of Japanese manga in it, with specific, like a lot of flyers and posters, and then the actual manga. And it's in different inks. So blue, black, this sort of style. And it's all in Japanese. So this is all in Japanese. I'm guessing it has a lot of chapters from different mangas. I did not look through it, but I still think it's cool to see, because it has things like this with the whole Japanese commercials and stuff like that. So yeah, I'm comparing this to like the Shonen Jump magazines, books, or whatever. Those are far cooler because I believe you can get those in English as well, or even other languages. And those are like really big, right? I think the most sought after ones right now are the ones with Pokemon and One Piece together, like the 1000 something something. I saw someone collect the first one from a couple of years back, and now the 10,000th edition or something like that, and the covers match up, and that's perfect. So yeah, I ended up buying this stack of stuff. I don't know what I'm gonna do with it, but it's definitely cool to have. Oh boy. And just a couple of games to add to my collection. We got a Tekken for the PlayStation 2. Really good condition, and it was like €4. CD in there, booklet in there. The booklet is good condition. Also, the CD is a little bit, surface scratches like that, but it's good. Definitely a nice pickup to have. And I found this thing, even though it's, like I said, it's in German. The game's not gonna be in German, only if you want to, but it's an old PC game. It was kind of weird seeing PC games on the flea market because they're like so extinct. But I ended up buying only this one. So this is the Stalker edition. We got all 3 games in here. Call of Pripyat, Shadow of Chernobyl, and Clear Skies. So I found this actually interesting. Like I said, this is something really cool to have as a collection piece, even if I don't end up playing it and just getting it on Steam. And one last thing, not last thing, but one last of the nerdy things. I found a mouse pad with Dragon Ball Z. I don't know. I mean, it definitely doesn't look new, but it doesn't look bad. I didn't see anything like too annoying. There's like no obvious scratches or paint marks or gunk on it. It has a decent, actually it has a good rubbery feel on the back and really good detail. So I don't know if it's fake or original. I never heard of Eric, whatever that thing is, mouse pads. But yeah, couple of euros for this thing. I mean, how expensive is a PC mat? It's not as big as my other one, so it's a little slimmer, I guess. It's long, but it's a little slimmer. But it's definitely a nice thing to have. And now I'm gonna get into the gritty things. I bought 2 things that are, well, one of them I don't know if it works, but it's gonna be a nice project if it does. It's gonna be a nice project if it does. I found a Casio keyboard. Doesn't have much to it. I also do not have a proper cable for it. However, I believe, yeah, we can battery power this sucker. This thing takes 6 batteries. This thing takes 6 batteries to power. Also, we can just buy a 9-volt charger, and we can probably get this thing to work. You know, for 10 euros, I said, why not? Let's try it. And I kind of like the old Casio keyboards. I have another one. So I have another one in my collection, also from a flea market, and this one does work. And I do have the 9-volt, you know, thing for it. So I'm guessing I can just use the same cable, the same power cable for the other one as well. We can try that out. So yeah, this thing works. If that thing works, I'm slowly gonna start a keyboard collection. Now these are not high-end things anyway, but they're just like cool little things to play around with. And also, knowing that I didn't like spend a lot of buck on them, I don't mind if they eventually break sometime. I really don't mind that. Let me get you guys back in here up with me. There we go. The last thing I bought, which irrelevantly was the first thing I found at the flea market, was another little camera. Now, this one's very sticky. I'm gonna have to wipe it down a little bit. However, it is a point and shoot camera from Kodak. That's how this thing looks, and does go on. So it seems to work fine. Well, that seems very, very good. That's how you guys look over there. Nice little flash. Dude, I like this thing. It has a lot of interesting things. So yeah, the on-off is a toggle. You just once for on, once for off, because it's always on the... Let me see if I can focus that thing over there. It's always on the on. But yeah, I'm not exactly sure if there's... I didn't read anything. I do have a charger for this, which is this thing. So apparently I have an extra battery. Didn't actually look inside here. Oh yeah. So we do have I had 2 batteries. That's cool. Let me see, how do we do this? Like that. And no, we got no SD, so that's what it was telling me, because I can snap the shots. Apparently it has some internal memory, but not much. So that's kind of cool. I think I paid 6 euros for this. You guys tell me if this was a good find or not. I think it is. What's the lens? 36 millimeters to 432 millimeters equivalent. Okay. AF 12x optical zoom image stabilization, 8.1 megapixels. Nice little camera. Hell yeah, I like this little Kodak. How's the viewfinder? Wait. It has to be on. Now it's asking me a lot of things. No, I don't want to. Oh man, I took that one picture and now it's like whatever. Anyways, when I got the time for it, I'll figure it out. As I was saying, today is Monday and my studio is getting like very crammed in here because I've been just shoving things inside. I have this little space over here that I can sit at the desk, as I was telling you guys, but other than that, I'm feeling slowly claustrophobic again. That being said, I have to do something here slowly with you guys. So, like I said, studio vlog number 1, we're gonna be doing tiny steps each day, and hopefully at the end of the week I can put one of these studio vlogs out. So it's gonna be like a weekly vlog that I can hopefully stay consistent with, and also start work on my other projects regarding music and art maybe, and nerd stuff and streaming and gaming and TCGs and stuff like that, and I did say music, but there's 2 types of music. Music that I can play and music that I can listen to. Haha. I don't even know where to start. I kind of want to do like the whole back wall behind me, the back desk, and I do have an idea. The desk behind me is not flush against the wall. Now I do have some IKEA shelving units, something like that. You guys can see it over there. They're not big, and I'm thinking of putting them behind me on the table. Now, like I said, it is not flush to the wall, and I have a fear of if I push it against the wall, like the rack, the feet might end up, going behind, and I don't see how they can actually fall because it's gonna go against the wall. But regarding that, I would like to have it so that nothing happens. Now I do have these wall shelves, floating shelves for picture frames or whatnot, from IKEA as well. I've been collecting these. Every time I found one at the discounted pile at the very end where you exit, there's like the whole section where you find random things that are discounted. And yeah, I ended up having like 4 of these. And I'm not putting them on the walls right now because I'm still not entirely sure how much I want to invest into this place. And drilling also is something I have to figure out here if I eventually do it, because it's different kind of wall, and I have to figure out exactly what kind of drilling and bits and bobs and things I'm gonna require. I mean, that's probably not a hard thing to do as long as you do it, but yeah, anchoring safely in the wall is something that you want to do when you hang up things. But right now I don't want to drill into anything. So I've been thinking to put these like in the back, because these have a very flat surface, and I can mash this thing on the back. I can also like put my puzzles that are already framed up against this thing and up against the wall in the back. And then I can put the shelvings in front of this, and it has like this little stop that won't let them go too far and fall off eventually. So that's probably something that I'm gonna try to do. Now the problem is these things are long, and I don't think I can fit two on this wall. So that's probably a problem. That means I can use only one for the shelvings that I have from IKEA, and the space where I don't have this is gonna be, so to say, flush against the wall with nothing backing it up. So that might end up being where the TV and the wooden thing is that the TV is on. You guys can't see my face. But for doing that, first I'm gonna have to take everything off, put it somewhere in here, hope that I don't trip on anything, because I'm literally just circling around in the middle. And yeah, then put everything back and see how that looks. So this should be easier to get out of here. They're just boxes. A lot of boxes. And even more bins. Every time I go to IKEA, I kind of stack up on these little sorting bins. So I've been collecting a couple of them already, you know, for bits and bobs and stuff like that. Bits and bobs. Okay, these 3 trays are full of those little cameras. More boxes and boxes and boxes. I got some Lego and some boxes. Hey, my old neon sign. Well, it's not a neon sign, but light up thingamabob. My hand hurts. I didn't tell you guys because I took a fall like a little sissy. I tried thinking I was like Ninja Hero Gaiden whatnot, and there was like this ramp where you have to run up and catch the ledge and pull yourself up. I did not catch the ledge, and whilst running back from the ramp, because gravity helps you, my foot got stuck and I ended up falling on my knees and hands and tumbling a little bit. So yeah, my left hand really took the fall, and also like my shoulder. I don't know if you guys can see that, but yeah, it's starting to look better. Like after a week, I'm slowly starting to heal up, and I have movement in my hand again, but it still hurts. I can't really pick up heavy things because then it puts pressure on everything. But I tend not to worry about it too much. Okay, now we have almost a nice surface to work with. Let's get this Casio to the other one. Oh, doesn't that look fancy schmancy? Okay, as we were saying, I got this little corner over here, and Still need to take some of the things out. So let's take this TV. Ah. And I have this. I found this on the street like a long time ago. It's not the best, but I like it. It's a nightstand or whatever. It's on wheels. Has 2 drawers. It's all wood. It's fairly okay. Wow, as soon as I start taking things from one wall, it's already starting to get more reverb in here. Lovely. So yeah, I can put this on this side. Just whoop. So the gap behind, it's like that much. So that's the gap behind. Like I said, if I push it against the wall, the feet are probably gonna go back here. And I don't want that. Whoop. As I was saying, I want this thing over here. Wow, that fits almost too snug. Oh boy, it doesn't. I need to take these things out of here because they are in the way. All right. All right. So now we got that thing in the back, and I only have a little bit over here, so it's almost as big as the table. As I was saying, I am not going to be able to fit another one for the rest of this wall. I am, however, going to be fitting behind this wall and putting up some of my artwork. Basically my puzzles. Now if that thing's there, I can probably... Oi! I keep forgetting this is not so high. No, I busted my frame. Shit, boys. I busted my frame. It's not that visible because it's the top corner, but... I mean, it's still busted. This is my Diablo poster. Can put it there. This thing has to go away. There we go. Now where do I put... Now I'm stuck with this thing in my hands. Alrighty then, so that's on the wall. That's over there. This thing is huge, like I said. I need to take these things away. My old monitors, which I still didn't end up installing yet. My Mackies. I love these things. I just didn't have the time to place them correctly. Now, this thing goes over here like that. Yeah, see? Good. So if I push this thing like that, I'm not sure about that one. Like I said, I'm not sure about that one. But I do have this space. Okay. Don't know about that either. Might leave it somewhat like that. I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I guess gotta start building this. So yeah, this thing is this. So this little nice shelving unit I really like because it's metal. It's not that big. It's supposed to be some sort of a side table situation, whatever. I'm just gonna place it here. Oh. Oh. I forgot about the other wall that's on that side. That thing. There's also like a gap over there, so I can't really put it flush up on that wall either. So it's not gonna be in the corner. But if I have this like this, it's still something I can use. Have a little bit of space over here. I'm guessing I can put another one over here. I don't care about not being able to see the picture frame behind it, because right now I'm just trying to maximize my space. Oh boy. Yeah. How about trying to pronounce some of these things? This is the Knarvik. Nailed it, first try. So yeah, that's that thing. I don't know. What do you guys think? I think it's good, as long as I put things on it. I mean, probably put some things on it. It already looks like a little bit better, right? Organization-wise. There are things on it. Not just everything just thrown on there. And I still have this space. I know. Figuring it out. I'm just figuring it out. Like I said, today is just Monday. Still got 4 days until I post this shit. Let's see what else I can do. Also, I still have 30 minutes of record time, which is fine, because I'm only down here for a couple of hours, and I don't have to record constantly, and I can dump the footage on the PC and have a clean slate the next day. If I can work with that, with a couple of hours each day, I think I can get this thing looking fairly nice. Yeah. That's it for today, I guess. I don't know. I'll be scratching my head a little bit around and trying to think what I'll end up doing here the next day. Hey, oh boy. It's Tuesday. I made it through Monday. Oh my god. It's Tuesday and I feel like shit already. It's the first day of work. My vacation is over. Oh man, I hate going to work. Nah, that's besides the point. It's not that I hate going to work. It's not that I hate my work necessarily, but it's just that I'm tired. I'm tired. I had a vacation and I feel more tired than before. It's still echoey in here, so I ended up putting one of these white shelves that I have here because it fit beside the little one, and I kind of like this situation. Now I'm thinking, because I ended up buying two of those white things, and if measurements are correctly done, these are like 60 centimeters wide, and the table is over 120 long, wide. So in theory, I should be able to fit two of those on that side. That leaves me a decent enough surface here to still work on stuff or do things. And it gives me also a lot of options to store up until the ceiling almost. Now that means I have to take, the other things down and apart, and the other one is in this corner. So now, like I said, I'm in the middle where I can do stuff freely. I move shit around from one side to the other. Now this whole corner is something that I can't use right now, so I have to move all of the things basically in that corner, which is a little bit spacious. So once I move everything from one corner to the other, and also that's the door where I have to come in and out of, so I can't really block myself in all that much. Also, yesterday was a little bit of not necessarily a shopping day. We went to the doctor's, and afterwards we ended up going in a couple of stores to get random shit. And there's this store, I don't know who knows it, who doesn't know it, but we got the Action store, which is like a sort of a shop where you can find cheaper quality things from all sorts of whatever, or discounted things. So I bought a lot of interesting. I actually bought a cutting mat, so for hobby crafting and stuff like that. My hand still hurts, but yeah, I bought some of those and a lot of unnecessary things for organizing papers and other miscellaneous things that I have in mind. But this is the guy that I wanted to show you guys. I found this little guy. He's just chilling, man. He's just chilling, listening to some nice metal, because he looks like he's a little bit angry. He might be listening to Korn. But I don't know, I just found this guy to be really cute as a little mascot. I don't know. Let's put him over here right now. He just chilling. I like that guy. And like I said, some diverse things have been bought. That aside, I don't have much time today because waking up was a little bit hard. So, yeah. Basically, I just dumped all the footage from yesterday on the PC. As you guys can tell, it's already there. So that's Monday over there. Today is gonna be a little bit less because it's only me talking a little bit and keeping you up to date. And I gotta get ready for work. In half an hour, I pretty much have to skedoozle slowly towards work. And yeah, my boss is sick, so that means I'm in charge. And the crappiest thing always after vacation is coming to work and dealing with everything that is is there. So yeah, I got the reins of my fellow co-workers, and I have to see what's what. That aside, it's not that bad. I mean, I got this is a workout, right? Holding the camera extended, kind of cool. It hurts, and I do have the added benefit of using a tripod, but I don't really have the added benefit of putting the tripod anywhere because I have no space. That aside, hopefully tomorrow I can start getting into a better routine, and the better I get at not being as tired, or even if I am tired, that I can still function and start waking up a little bit faster, and coming down here I can do a lot more. Now the added benefit is that since I have a little bit over an hour of record time, that's way more than enough for me with this camera and the time that I have to do things. So yeah, I'm trying to manage. Also, I'm thinking about buying a new bass, and I'm kind of torn. Because I'm not really sure which one to get. So this week I'm gonna be checking out a lot of basses and stuff like that, and really sorting out my inner thoughts and desires. And yeah, I'll keep you guys up to date with that. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be so good. It's gonna be fun. Oh boy. Okay. So yeah, that's pretty much it for today. Gotta get ready for work. Alright. Yeah, alright. Well, new day. Middle of the week. Wednesday. I don't know. I don't even know what I'm doing today. I feel a little bit sluggish. However, I do wanna order my bass. So that's kind of what I'm doing here at this point. Let me put you guys a little bit. Oh, that's more like it. So today I'm watching bass reviews and also surfing Thomann to see what kind of bass I'm gonna show you guys a little bit of a sneak preview. I'm thinking this little beauty over here. That is the bass that I'm thinking of. So I'm watching a couple of reviews of this bass. It's a Harley Benton, so that means it's affordable, it's budget, beginner friendly, not too much. However, that also means not the top quality, specs necessarily. It is a multi-scale, so it has the whole fan fret and very long neck. However, reviews are mixed. They're saying it's a good bass for the price point and a decent way of getting into fan fretted basses, for trying them out. There's one big thing that I don't like about it. It's kind of the body shape, and a lot of people tend to point that out. because the neck is bolted on to the body. So up from the 12th fret. People who know guitars will understand this. Um, the neck is not 100% playable from the back. So where you put your finger and then your hand on top, that thing goes all the way to the back and it's bolted on. I can show you guys a little bit over here. So if you look over there, where'd you go? So that part over there is where your finger slides, but that's already the body bolted on to the neck. So that's a thing. And I think I can show you guys there. Now that's exactly what I'm talking about. So your finger cannot slide on the entire back wood neck, because from here, from where the 12th fret is, this monstrosity is in the way. And people say it's a little bit annoying. So yeah, I'm not entirely sure. But that's so yeah, I'm not entirely sure, but that's the thing that I'm looking at. So it's 350 euros. It's a hefty sum, obviously, but a good fan-fretted bass starts upwards from 1,000 and probably 1,300 euros upwards to like way in the thousands. Like a good Dingwall, a 5-string Dingwall, I think even second hand would still be about 3,000 to 4,000. Maybe you can find one at 2,000 ish, so a little under 3,000 euros. But 3,000 euros for the fan-fretted bass, the bass. I mean, I'm already thinking that, you know, anything under 1,000 is already high end. Because I'm not into big money. So anyways, I don't want to invest too much into gear. As in, I want to invest into a lot of gear and not just into one specific thing, if that makes sense. I want to branch out as much as I can. So yeah, this is my dilemma for today. I don't even have that much time. Hopefully I'm gonna get more time in the near distant future, if things are starting to go according to plan, so to say, and things are starting to pick up in our lives, and my wife is slowly starting to get better. That also means that my schedule is gonna, you know, be like the old schedule. So effectively I can get an extra hour each day, which helps, because even if it's not necessarily an extra hour of, you know, doing creative things, it's still an extra hour of sleep that I can get, which translates into me being more uplifted and more productive. So yeah, I'm still figuring out this mess over here, and also messing around with recording and just, you know, staying on top of the game and talking to you guys. and just picking up the camera, man, picking it up and pressing that record button. Even though, why are we always like that? Every time we are excited about doing something, when the time comes, we're always like somehow in our minds thinking about how to not do that and maybe do something else. I guess that's anxiety, right? We get anxiety of doing things that we are excited about, but when the time comes to actually do that, we get anxious about it. I even have anxiety about sometimes playing games or anything like that, and I don't know, I space out myself and just, go procrastinate or do nothing. I feel bad after the whole thing is done and I look back and I see that I didn't do anything. Yeah, it's just a miserable state to be in. Anxiety sucks. Well, I guess the only way to go through it is just, slowly taking a step forward and making yourself be comfortable in the uncomfortable, if that makes sense. There's always that thing that, when once you start doing something, after a couple of minutes, it's not uncomfortable anymore, and you start picking up the pace and getting used to it, and it becomes normal, I guess. Whoops, I'm sorry. So yeah, I'm just gonna watch some videos and some reviews, and hopefully I'm gonna click that button and see which one. There's a couple of variations of this base. It's purple, green, and a wood finish, but the wood finish is a little bit more prestige. It's 50 euros more. I don't know if I want to pay 50 euros more just so that I can see the wood of the base. I mean, as a musical nerd, I would like that more, but right now I'm kind of a cheapskate on my monies. Because it's hard to get monies. 50 euros is a lot of money. Alright. I have no idea what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna chillax. I got an hour. I have 1 hour until I have to skadoosh to work. I really hate this. I despise this. Whoever invented this. At least these ones are not as bad, but I mean, man, it's so annoying. It is so annoying. There's also the thing that I have to get used to again is not always looking at the screen, because right now you guys see me, I'm looking at the screen to see what I'm doing, and I should be focusing over here on you guys. So I really got to get used to that interaction again, to whenever it is that I'm looking back at the camera. Now I'm consciously, man, I hate these things. I'm consciously keeping that in mind and trying to force myself to do that. So if I'm consciously doing this over and over again, it's gonna get, second nature. And then everything's gonna be, it's gonna be a flow. It's gonna be more easy to do. So hope you guys get what I'm trying to say. We got 2 more days of this week, and hopefully on the weekend I can put a little bit more elbow grease in here and start doing more and more and more. But yeah, this is like only the first studio vlog, and up until now I feel great about it. It's the 3rd day consecutively. I think I butchered it a little bit, that word, but I think it came out right. I don't know. So it's the third consecutive day that I'm consistent in recording at least a little bit. So, even if I just spit out nonsense, I'm still doing something, still recording. Yeah, I guess I have to dump the footage and charge the battery so that I have a fresh battery for tomorrow, and order this base because it's not in stock, so it's gonna take, according to them, 2 to 3 weeks until this thing arrives. So I have enough time to set up the studio for when this thing comes, so I can test it out, do unboxing and whatnot. I really want to get my studio up and running musically as well. So yeah. Let's start researching and whatnot. It's grumpy here. It's Sunday, and I have missed. Boy, I missed. I missed 3 days of recording because I just couldn't get up. I literally could not get up. I just felt sluggish. I felt down. I needed the rest. So that's not bad in per se. But like I said, it's Sunday. I still feel like shit. Feel like crap. Have a headache. The worst thing is having a headache, going to bed. Usually, when you wake up, you're fine. But waking up and still having like, splitting headache is probably not the best thing. So anyways, today I'm just gonna drop all of my footage and be editing this vlog that you just saw. Other than that, looking forward for the next week, I guess. And whatever it is that I did, hope you guys enjoyed it. I did some monstrosity here in the back, so I'm still figuring everything out. This is probably gonna, this is probably gonna be like version 1 out of a million until I am finally okay with everything. And my studio is probably gonna be one of those living studios that's always gonna change. And that being said, hope you guys enjoyed it. I'll see you guys next week, I guess, for the second studio vlog. I'm looking forward to it. I'm definitely looking forward to it. Hopefully, I can lift my spirits a little bit up. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye-bye.